What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, gpsphotoandvideo.com. What's happening, Hoke? We're back, and
we got our sponsor.
Our sponsor, Brownie of Brownie's Towing.
Yes.
Rockfish Motor Speedway. Right. And he is our key sponsor for the What's Happening Hoke show.
If it wasn't for this man, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing today. So we thank you for that. Well, we appreciate it.
Definitely.
Well, thank you. And I'm proud to be that, and I'm hoping that we can get other ones involved, and that's the whole big thing about getting some more sponsors and keeping the show on the road and keep it going and let the folks know what's happening in the county.
And speaking of keeping the show on the road, when racing season is over, we're going to need some sponsors to carry us through November, December, and January. So if you want to help get the word out about your organization, give Glenn a call on his Facebook, or give him a call, nunboys.com. We will put you out on the internet for everybody to see, and maybe we'll come out and do a photo shoot for them.
Too easy. Well, but it just showed us about Hoke and for Hoke.
That's right.
And that's what we finished story and finished talking about the guy with the dog.
So it's a veteran who got out the military, wanted his dog back.
That he trained overseas. Bomb sniffing, what have you.
Whatever. Hoke County Sheriff's Department deputy bought the dog from the shelter, and then the guy asked the deputy for the dog back, wouldn't give it to him. The guy offered him $1,700 after he went on a GoFundMe page, approximately $1,700 after he went on a GoFundMe page. Sheriff's deputy then went out and contacted everybody that was on the Facebook Fund Me page and said, guess what? If you'll give $10,
kick in a little more, or kick in something else.
Yeah, a little bit more, then I will give him the dog back, which basically would have came to roughly over $100K.
Well, a lot of money, and I heard that not in the newspaper. I heard that on the television. So
he used his position of authority.
WTVD, I believe it was. I want to give credit where credit's due.
Well, bottom line, he used his authority
to do some sniffing,
to do the wrong thing.
To do some sniffing.
Good on Sheriff Peterkin. He fired him. But the sad part about it, the guy still does not have the dog returned.
Yeah, the sheriff never said actually why he was fired. But I mean, there's people assuming what it could be. But
it is what it is. Obviously, it was wrong.
All I got to say to the guy with it's a dog. This guy has some mental problems and he needs some help.
He has no compassion whatsoever. I mean, I would have just gave the guy the dog the first day he asked him for it.
I mean, that would be cool.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that sounds too much like right.
All right.
But yeah, Deputy Sheriff Fuller no longer employed. I mean, I'm not diming anybody out. It's in the newspapers, on the news. I mean, I'm just reporting it.
All right.
Really after the fact. So I'm not reporting the first story. I mean, you look on Channel 5, WRAL, the Rayford News Journal. Shameless plug. Sheriff Fuller, Deputy Sheriff Fuller is no longer employed with the county. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Tonight you got a big meeting coming up out here, Brownie. Rockfish community meeting at the U-Haul building on 2950 Lindsay Road. We had a dual meeting a couple weeks back, and we had about 30, 40 people in here. Tonight you got a nice setup here. What are some of the things that you're going to be talking about tonight at your Rockfish community meeting? What are some of the things you want people to know about?
Yeah, sure. First of all, we want to get some word out about Hoke County. I think there's a lot of things in Hoke County that can be done for the people in Hoke County, the businesses. So what we're trying to focus on this meeting is the businessmen and women of the county coming together, sitting down, enjoying a small meal that we're going to have.
Who's doing your meal tonight?
That's done by the Daily Bread.
Another Rockfish business.
And past sponsor of the What's Happening Hoke show.
Right. Yeah, we're going to try that too. But the big thing is to get everybody to know what businesses are here in Hoke County and keep our money and our business in Hoke County. To be honest with you, when I started searching this out, I went with a 4-mile radius. So we circled out 4 miles on the map, we looked at it, and believe it or not, we came up with 50 businesses within a 4-mile radius.
50 businesses within a 4-mile radius.
And the big thing about that is, I was going to say over half of them, I did not know that done business in that radius. So therefore, I want to extend myself out with my business and help them. Now, we're going to sit down tonight, hopefully. We're going to enjoy a little food. We're going to talk about the businesses, and we're gonna let the people know so we can start using the businesses in the county. Let's not go out to Robeson County or other counties, not that they're not good counties, I'm not saying that. Let's come together as a team, as a family, with businesses, and let's work together.
Keep
Let's
your money in Hope.
Absolutely,
You know.
absolutely, because Hope County needs it, and we won't get into where the money is in Hope County.
Well, or we won't
Glenn-
get into the city council. You cannot vote for the city council even if you own a business in Hope County, which is
No, you
messed
need to
up.
live
But
in
even
the
though you
city.
do business with the city though.
Right.
Like Brownie's Tone.
I do.
He does a
I do.
lot of business with the city of Rayford.
I do.
But he can't vote today in the city council meeting, which I think is wrong.
Cannot.
But apparently that's a state rule that's got above,
Above our heads.
echelons above reality, as we like to say.
And then we're gonna open the meeting up, we're gonna have our community meeting. We wanna know what the people in the community, we're trying to get Wayside, Puppy Creek, and of course, Rockfish, to get them to come out and see what's happening within the community, get their input, because we do have a small community board.
Right.
Well, we have a board of 5.
Mhm.
If they present to us, and we will take it and run with it and get them answers. There's a lot of answers within the community that they need to know and need to have, and we are the folks that sit on the board, should provide that information to them.
Biggest thing I would like to go back to, when we talk about Project U5707, the traffic pattern. Do we still have an answer on that, or are we still waiting? Do we have any new
They're doing a
any
lot
new
everywhere else.
information on that topic?
Yes, we have a little bit of new information.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, I received information from the DOT, and they sent me a fax on exactly what we're doing and what they're gonna do. You gotta realize the rest of this year is finished. They're not gonna do anything.
Right.
Come the spring, they are gonna set up the car count again. When they set up the car count again, next year, which will probably be May and June, we, as the community board, are gonna tell them where to put the counters.
Okay.
You see, what happened before was they had the counters in the wrong
In
place.
the wrong place.
The completely wrong place.
Didn't get a good count.
Did not get a good count. They would not accept, the board was going to actually pay someone to sit at the intersections and do the count, but they thought it would be inaccurate. So therefore, they're not gonna go that route. But yes, that road from Gillis Hill straight across, which is gonna be called the Gillis Hill Extension, is gonna go in. It's not gonna be no 5, 6 years. I would give it maybe 3 at the max.
And you got a map on the wall that sort of shows it.
Absolutely, and the money has been allocated for that. That is in the planning stage, it is in the books, it's going to happen.
So that's just one of the big main topics that's going to be discussed tonight at tonight's meeting. So,
More than likely that will be discussed, but I think what we need to discuss things is, we need new members to come in, or new folks to come in and
Need
let
people
us
to get
know.
involved.
Yes, they need to get involved and let us know what they like or dislike in the community. How can we change it to make it better?
Well, we
Right.
did start a page on Facebook a while back with Janice Griffey's Rockfish Community Board.
Absolutely.
So look for that look for that page there. We need more people to like that page, Rockfish Community Board, and get involved. Talk to Brownie. Who are some of the other board members? Who are they?
We got Mr. Eddie Brock, who is our president. We got John, who sits on the board.
John Wilson.
Wilson, I'm sorry, John Wilson. We got, we just lost one.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Yeah. Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
We should have mentioned that at the very beginning. A good friend of ours, Norm Duvriel, who was a member of the Rockfish Community Board, so there's basically another seat that's available, passed away last weekend. Our condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to his family. You know what? He was such a kind, gentle soul. You know what I'm saying? He always spoke with a soft tone. He never got real hyped up or anything. Something I could probably take a lesson from. But
Definitely.
Norm Duvriel passed away. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. He was a good community member. He still has family in the area. Services are this Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Catholic Church out there on 401.
Let me mention this to you, how also Mr. Brock had brought up, and we call him the mayor of Rockfish. You know, Rockfish is really, really growing.
It outnumbers the city.
Exactly. Really growing, and I think it needs to be a metropolitan, but that's down the road.
Municipality.
I'm sorry, yes. But anyway.
Metro would be big, big, big.
Well, we're getting big. It is big, especially if we can. But anyway, what we need to do next year is, I don't think we're gonna have the same board members. We need some new blood, somebody else to come in and take a look at it and sit on the board and help us out. We really do need that. And you know, this board has nobody gives us any money. You
It's
know,
all self-sustaining.
Yes, all volunteer. If they wanna give donations, that'd be fine, that would help us out. But they don't have to, but we would appreciate it.
But they gotta live in Rockfish.
Well, Wayside, Puppy Creek, Rockfish, you live in Wayside? I think Glenn would be a good
I
board.
live in
Yeah, I do
Somerset
too.
subdivision.
I do too. Well, that's close enough. We'll bring you in.
Okay.
Because you know a lot about the community here anyway.
Yeah, based on what's happening at Hoke, so.
That's basically
And
what, and
sports.
I hope tonight that we've sent out, we have contacted 50 businesses by letter. We sent out a letter. I hope that they will show.
Gosh.
And if they show, it'll be really, really great for the individuals that's in here. They're gonna do businesses together. Their business will have to grow, and I hope they all participate.
And real quick, what time is that meeting here tonight?
It starts off at 6:30, but everybody should be here by 6:30. We'll kick it off at 7. We're gonna have our meal and fellowship and 7 o'clock.
Really great.
7 o'clock.
So you gonna hang out with us while we do sports?
Oh.
Talk a little racing first.
All right, let's go ahead.
All right.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We're gonna talk about the Rock of Hoke and sports.